Be patient with yourself. Slow grind is the best grind. I didn't care when I was running 12-minute miles because you're out there. You're out there putting in the work. Today I'll be hitting my 600th mile of the year, which is really crazy to me and prompts a little reflection because just 2 years ago I decided to take running seriously and be consistent with it. And if I compare my stats this year to 2 years ago, I'm up 126%. I think I was at 200 something this time in 2024, which is still impressive and good. But it just shows you sometimes we get so caught up in what we're doing that we don't really look back and see how far we've come. That's one of the things I like about running is it's so tangible to look back and see how far you've come. But during the time I was only running maybe 20 miles a week, somewhere between 15 and 20 miles per week. And to see now that I've done 2 back-to-back weeks of 40 miles, which I've never done before. And, my body's not breaking down like it was in 2024. I was running, I signed up for the Colfax half that year, and I ended up getting some hip issues 2 weeks before, right around this time. That kind of hampered me running that half marathon, but now I'm running 40+ mile weeks and I feel great. I have little nagging injuries, but they're not crazy. So sometimes it's really good to reflect on how far you've come, and just feeling extremely grateful this morning for the ability to get out and get some miles and move my body. Something I'm always curious about is why did you get into running? What is your why? I've asked my friends this a few times, and some of them said, I'm chasing a sub-3 marathon. I'm chasing a 1:30 half marathon. And they're like, what about you, Shaq? And I'm like, I just want to run with my friends, dude. I just want to run with y'all. Y'all are so good at running that, I have to take running seriously to be able to, keep up. And perhaps that's a flaw. Some people say you shouldn't be externally motivated, and I get that to some degree. And it's kind of like a balancing act, because I'm definitely internally motivated to move my body, but I'm externally motivated to get better. But just because of my friends, I just want to have fun with my friends. I've always been that kind of person. I don't necessarily want to reach the top and be the only person there. I want to be surrounded by people I love and people I care about. So I'm so thankful for my running community and my friends, because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't care about running as much as I do or try to get as fast as I'm trying to get. I would just run, and I would just be out and I would just enjoy it. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And that's amazing in itself. But my friends give me that edge to push a little bit harder and see the things that they're doing and give me something to kind of chase after, so to speak. So that's kind of my why in this sport. Obviously, you get addicted to the running and you get addicted to the improvements, and then you see how far you've come over time, and then you start to shape your why a little bit differently over time. But my why has always been my friends and the people that are around me in this running thing. But of course, I'm about to get my pre-run fuel in. I have 4 miles on the day, get me to that big 600 number for the year. This is an easy run, so pretty much nothing's gonna happen. And we just wanna protect the long run tomorrow. We just wanna make sure that we go into the long run fresh tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to, because that long run last week, whoo. All right, let's get it. Oh, of course. Today, rocking the Li-ning red Hare 9s. It's just great shoes. I would, way too early, but I'd buy them again. Definitely the type of person when I like something, just double down and dead stock them. Kind of a bad habit, but it is what it is. For easy, let's get it. I swear I never feel good on these runs. Like I always think like, if I was running the long run today, there'd be no way. So it really shows me the power of like shakeout runs, reintroducing tension back into the legs when you take a day off. Super important. Because I never feel good on these Friday runs. It's my 600th mile. Let's go. Patience. Be patient with yourself. Slow grind is the best grind. I didn't care when I was running 12-minute miles. Because you're out there. You're out there putting in the work. Who cares? It's all relative. Whether this is the first time you finished a mile without walking. It's all the same to me. Because I've been there, starting over. There's power in that. Couldn't have dreamt of this. Thought I was never going to be able to run long again. It's a story for another day, but I'm just feeling extremely grateful this morning. All right, we'll call that 5.12. Great work. Woo. All right, the run's in the book. That's 600 miles on the year, 601.6 to be exact, but feeling extremely grateful. There was a time, again, I think I said this on the run, where I was told that I wasn't going to be able to run distance again. And, here I am being able to put up 600 miles within 5 months of the year. It's just absolutely crazy. If you enjoy these videos, please subscribe. Please follow me on Strava. Love the kudos, need the kudos. But just kind of want to highlight the progress over the years and kind of take this time to reflect, just to show you that like the slow grind is worth it. And going at your own pace and figuring out where you need to be or where you are, and not making yourself feel guilty for that, and just going through the motions of growth will ultimately pay off in the end. So I'm at 601.6 for the year. That's 128% increase compared to this time in 2024, where I was at 264.4 miles. I was averaging, at my peak mileage in 2024, from the beginning of the year till now, I was at about 23 miles, like at the peak, at the height. More often than not, I was under 20 miles running for the week. And let me see if I can click into one of these real quick, just to show a pace. So one of them was a 9:53 pace, and this was like a workout. My average heart rate was 155. Total elapsed pace was like 10 minutes and 14 seconds. So like I had to take breaks, and my max heart rate was 181. That was at a 9-minute and 53 pace moving, again, 10-minute and 14 pace. total elapsed time. And let's just compare that to the run today. Again, heart rate was maxed out at 181. Today I ran a 9:30 pace for 5 miles. My average heart rate was 138, and my max heart rate was 154. So we're talking about almost a 30 beats per minute difference between now and 2 years ago with a run that was 20 seconds faster. Honestly, more than that, faster in 2 years. So it just goes to show, slow grind. Just stay in your lane, do what you need to do to move the needle forward, and you're going to surprise yourself if you stay consistent at it. And parallel is like, look at the views on my YouTube videos. Like, we're talking about like 30 views max. But it really doesn't matter to me. It's just like slow grind, just be consistent, and then see where the dice falls. Don't feel guilty for being new at something, or if you're not new at it, don't feel guilty for being bad at something. Just figure out little ways that you can make improvements, little wins that you can take along the way, like running 600 miles per year. I, out of my friend group, have the lowest miles. So it's all relative. And again, I couldn't even dream about putting up this amount of mileage, but that's neither here or there. I'm just feeling myself, feeling grateful. Tomorrow's the long run. That one is going to be hard. And now I'm kind of like in my head about the long run because last week was so difficult. So I really don't know how I'm going to show up for it. And like, I'm kind of nervous to talk about the workout itself. So I'm going to leave that to, that's Shaquille's problems tomorrow. That's not present Shaquille's problems. But yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow.